Hello and welcome again to Fox Comics in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois. And we are unpacking this week's new comic book order. All the items you see here go on sale Wednesday, June 10th, here at Fox Comics in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois. We're going to start with the graphic novels, trade paperbacks, and larger format books that came in this week. The Punisher Brain Bleed, it's a Red Band, Marvel Red Band book out this week. Dr. Doom, Book of Doom came in this week. Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons 2, Sons of Giants in this week. The Sacrifices from Rick Remender, Volume 4 in this week. Absolute Green Lantern in this week. The Forged, a larger format image book in this week. All right, now we're going to get started with the comics because that's why all of us are here ultimately. Going to be a big week. Lots of big books this week. So let's get started. Up first from DC, Absolute Catwoman, issue 1. And here's some of the variants we have in. David Nakayama. And just lovely, lovely variant covers. A foil because absolutely we have to have foil. Another foil because we absolutely have to have foil. Blank cover, if you know a local artist you'd like to get to draw that in. And this is the 1 in 25 variant. From DC, Superman Action Comics, issue 1099 is out tomorrow. And there's a Supergirl Studios variant cover. And there is the another beautiful variant cover. And one more variant cover there. From Marvel, we have Alias Red Band, and this is going to be book 4 of Alias Red Band. A lot of you have been reading that. From Marvel as well, we have Alien King Killer issue 3, and there's your variant cover, which is just beautiful. From Dynamite Publishing, we have Altered States Warlords, and that's issue 1. And there's one of the variant covers. And there's another variant cover. From Archie Comics, we have the 85th anniversary celebration of Archie, American All-Stars. And there's your lovely variant cover for that. From Dynamite Publishing, we have Archie versus the Army of Darkness, issue 5. Another big release this week from Marvel this time is Chip Zdarsky's Avengers Armageddon, issue 1. And I think this is the beautiful Alex Ross variant cover there. I think it's going to be a huge release as well as Absolute Catwoman. There's a Jenny Frozone. Pretty much all the variants we could bag for you. DC brings us Barbara Gordon Breakout, issue 2. A couple of lovely variant covers there. From Boom Studios, Baby Garfield, issue 3 out of the 4 scheduled. From Ignition Press, we have issue 1 of Bad Thoughts. And there's your variant cover there. From DC Black Label, we have, finally, book 4 of Batman, Gargoyle of Gotham. And several different variant covers for that. I'm not sure what the long pause was. From Dynamite Publishing, we have issue 2 of Ben 10. And there's your variant cover there. And another lovely variant cover there. Marvel brings us issue 1 of Bishop. And there's your Scotty Young variant there. Marvel also brings us issue 11 of Black Cat. And lovely variant cover there. And a homage cover there. DC Vertigo brings us issue 5 of Bleeding Hearts. Image Publishing brings us issue 14 of Blood and Thunder. Marvel brings us Captain Marvel, Dark Past, issue 3. And there's your Magic the Gathering variant cover for that. Boom Studios brings us The Center Holds, issue 4. Titan Comics brings us Conan and Dragon Arrow, issue 2. Marvel brings us issue 3 of Daredevil. And a couple lovely variant covers for that because, well, it's Daredevil. And then from Titan Comics, we have issue 3 of Dead by Daylight. From Image Publishing, we have issue 5 of Dork. And there's your variant cover. DC brings us Emperor Aquaman, issue 18. And a lovely variant there. And then a Pride variant there. Boom Studios brings us Fall of the House of Slaughter. And we have a couple of lovely variants. That one and that Virgin. Mad Cave brings us Flash Gordon, issue 17. Image Publishing brings us Free Planet, issue 13. DC brings us Fury of Firestorm, issue 3. And there's a couple of lovely variant covers for that. Dynamite brings us Disney Villains Gaston, issue 4. Image Publishing brings us Gehenna in Tokyo, and it's a one-shot. And a couple of lovely variant covers for that one. Image also brings us Ghost Pepper, issue 12. Also from Image Publishing, G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, issue 329. And there's your variant cover for that. IDW brings us issue 1 of Godzilla's Monsterpiece Theater presents Godzilla's The Odyssey. And there's your variant cover for that. DC brings us Green Lantern Corps, issue 17. Bad Idea brings us Hank Howard, Pizza Detective, issue 2. Marvel brings us Jay and Silent Bob, issue 1. And there's the pizza variant for that. Quite a few variants for Jay and Silent Bob, issue 1. Jay's of Future Past. Justice League Dreamgirls, a DC Pride event, issue 2 is out, and there's your variant cover for that. Image Publishing brings us Lady Mechanica, issue 2, and there's your lovely variant cover, and that's your incentive. Image Publishing brings us M1, which is Monster Racing League, issue 1, and that's one of the variant covers, and there's a blank variant cover. From Keen Spot, we have Mark Spears Monsters, and this is issue 9, and several Monsterlicious, issue 0, I'm sorry. Several Monsterlicious variant covers for that, including an EC homage. Then we have from Image Publishing, Mask, issue 1, and we have several variant covers for that. Armored Strike Command. And then we do have some of the blind bag variants for Mask. Dark Horse brings us Masters of the Universe, The Wings of Fate, issue 1. Udon brings us Mega Man, issue 4. And a couple of variant covers for that. Dark Horse brings us Monsters in Love, a Pride anthology. And that's a one-shot. And there's the variant cover for that. Marvel brings us issue 11 of The Mortal Thor. And there's your beautiful Alex Ross variant cover for that. Dynamite Publishing brings us The Muppets Noir, issue 4. DC Vertigo brings us issue 10 of James Tynion's Nice House by the Sea. Image Publishing brings us issue 25 of Rat City. Dynamite Publishing brings us Red Sonja, issue 2. And that's She-Devil with a Sword is the subtitle. There's your variant cover for that, which is just absolutely wonderful. Oni Press brings us Rick and Morty Forever, issue 0, foil. Marvel brings us The Sentry, issue 4. Dark Horse brings us Skate Ali, issue 1. Dynamite Publishing brings us issue 12 of Space Ghost. And a couple of really lovely variant covers for that, including this Virgin and this Virgin. Speed Racer brings us issue 9 of his comic. Star Wars Shadow of Maul, issue 4 from Marvel. There's the lovely variant cover for that. DC brings us Supergirl, issue 14, part of the reign of Superboys. And there's your lovely variant cover, and we have one other for that one. And then also from DC out this week, Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes issue 23 is a facsimile reprint. And there's the foil version of that. Dynamite brings us Supernatural Special Castile issue 1. From Bad Idea, we have Tankers versus Ancient Aliens issue 1. And there's your variant cover there. Then from Alien Books, we have Tarzan Beyond, issue 1 from Steve Orlando. And there's your variant cover. Toot's favorite cover of the week. And yet another variant cover for Tarzan. IDW brings us Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue 19. And there is your Eastman Bishop variant cover. Image Publishing brings us issue 5 of The Thing on the Doorstep. Dynamite brings us issue 3 of Thundercats versus Silverhawks, issue 3, sorry, long day. There's your variant cover for that. Image Publishing brings us Tigress Island, issue 4. There's your variant cover for that. Also from Image, we have Robert Kirkman's Transformers, issue 33, and with a lovely David Nakayama A cover and a couple variant covers. Then we have from Dynamite Publishing, we have Ursula, issue 4, part of the Disney Villains series. Image brings us Witchblade, issue 22. There's your variant cover for that. Marvel brings us Wolverine, issue 21. Marvel brings us issue 31 of X-Men. And there's a lovely Alex Ross variant cover for that. And then finally this week, we have from Image Publishing, a big release for them. Rob Liefeld's Youngblood hits issue 100. And we have that as the variant cover. That's it for this week's comics. Remember, everything you see here goes on sale Wednesday, June 10th, here at Fox Comics in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois. Thanks.